girl a-running in a group. She had a high-speed motor in a 44 coupe. She had a racing cam and a supercharged. Look at Buddy, hot rod at large. She's a hot rod. She's a hot rod.
Tesla labor practices. Musk tweet broke the law, a judge has ruled. Here we go. Tesla Incorporated committed a series of violations of the National Labor Relations Act in 2017 and last year, a judge ruled Friday. The electric car maker illegally threatened and retaliated against employees, according to Amita Barman Tracy, an administrative law judge in California. A tweet that Elon Musk sent in May of 2018, which suggested employees who chose a union would give up company-paid stock options, was among the incidents the judge ruled were a violation of the law. The judge's order calls for Tesla to offer reinstatement and back pay to a fired pro-union employee and to revoke a warning issued to another union supporter. In other words, you can't do that. Elon, you just can't do that. Ford will pay nearly $540,000 to settle an EEOC case at a Kentucky plant. Oh yeah, here we go. This happens at Ford. It happened here in Chicago. Ford Motor Plant Company will pay more than $500,000 to provide additional training to employees to settle a discrimination charge by the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission involving its Kentucky truck plant. Oh yeah. The agency said Tuesday an investigation found reasonable cause to believe that the Kentucky truck plant failed to hire applicants due to their disabilities, and that officials screened out appropriate applicants based on criteria not shown to be job-related or consistent with business necessity. You can't do that. Everybody's got a right to have a job. The automaker will pay $537,000 or more, a little bit more than that, to at least 12 individuals plus the person who filed the charge. Unbelievable. The agent said it can distribute the funds to individuals it has yet to identify. Let's face it, the EEOC will get you every time, and it's not pretty when they do. Fiat Chrysler is under the gun. They're going to pay $40 million fine for inflated U.S. sales figures. That's what the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission, says. That's the headline. Here's the story. Fiat Chrysler Automobiles will pay $40 million for misleading investors about its monthly sales figures and will resolve a lengthy probe by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. The SEC, in a statement Friday, said that between 2012 and 2016, FCA's U.S. unit issued monthly press releases falsely reporting new vehicle sales and falsely touting a streak of uninterrupted monthly year-over-year sales growth when the growth streak had actually ended in September 2013. In July 2016, the company revised more than 5 years of monthly U.S. vehicle sales figures. You can't do that. That blows the stock price all over the place. It makes a mess. It makes a mess for investors, and it gives them false sense of security and makes people want to invest money that they probably shouldn't. Okay, that's what it is. It is what it is. This is a little more controversial. This ongoing former UAW official, Petrzak, expected to plead guilty to conspiracy and money laundering. This is an article out of the Automotive News. This is from September 30th, a couple days ago. Former UAW official Jeffrey Petrzak, accused of receiving $123,000 through an alleged conspiracy, will appear for an arraignment and is expected to plead guilty October 22nd in federal court in Detroit. This is a U.S. Department of Justice spokesperson said on Monday. Petrzak, who was an assistant to the former UAW GM Department Vice President Joe Ashton, who was also in trouble, is charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud and money laundering. He is the 11th person charged in a widening investigation of corruption in the UAW. The 11th person to be charged from the UAW, fat cats. Petroszak conspired with Michael Grimes, a union official, and Union Official 1 to devise a scheme to defraud the UAW Center for Human Resources and UAW members of their right to honest, faithful, and impartial services, as they said in a court filing. So guess what? There you have it. It's just, again, it's the same old, same old. It just doesn't, it doesn't change. It just doesn't change. These guys are something else. I'm telling you, I'm not good with it. Not good at all. Tesla vehicles, 5 Tesla vehicles and a Subaru vehicle, and the trailer that was hauling them were destroyed in a trailer when the trailer caught fire on Interstate 80 west of Carlin, Nevada. The truck was hauling 2 trailers late Tuesday when the fire began in the rear trailer. Linda Bingaman of the Elko County Fire Department District told the Elko Daily Free Press on Wednesday. Now, here, get this. The cause of the fire was related to the carrier truck, not our vehicles, the Tesla said in an email statement, but the company would not comment further on the cause of the fire. Let's face it. Let's talk about it before we face it. How does a trailer catch fire? Huh? How does a trailer catch fire? There was, how many Tesla vehicles on there? 5 or 6, and then there's one Subaru. Poor Subaru, everything burnt to the ground, the whole truck, the trailer and everything. But the front trailer and the truck are fine. But yet it was the trailer's fault for catching on fire. You think about that. These are the same Tesla vehicles that caught fire in a garage in England and caught fire in a garage in Nevada and California. These are the same Tesla vehicles that catch fire all the time. Don't give me that. I'm just telling you. Don't tell me that that's the case. I mean, I can't buy that. It's not my style to believe silliness, and that is silliness. That trailer did not catch fire. That Tesla, one of those Teslas lit up is what happened. My opinion again, my opinion only. But you know what? Come on. All you truck drivers out there, come on. Somebody who's a truck driver, give me a call and tell me exactly what the deal is. How does a trailer that's steel and wheels catch fire and just keep burning? I mean, how do you burn 5, 6 cars to the ground and a trailer that's made of metal and rubber tires? And it's hooked to another trailer. It's not even hooked right to the truck. So there's a wire for lights and stuff is all there is. That just doesn't get it. I don't get it. Well, I get it. I just don't. I don't think the report is right. And I think we're going to hear more about this as the time goes by. They're not going to forever. They can't keep pulling the wool over people's eyes. We got to get these cars straightened out. We got to make them quit doing this kind of stuff. Okay, so maybe it wasn't the Tesla that caught on fire. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. I was wrong this week. Well, last week. Yeah, maybe I was mistaken. I don't know. But I made a boast to a couple of people in my showroom one morning that this car strike at GM won't last past the weekend. Well, it's been over a week now, and they're still on strike. We can't get parts ordered from GM at my shop. We can't get any of that. And nobody can. And things are going to get really bad at these dealerships, and they're already bad with Chevy. Here's the deal. J.P. Morgan did a study this week they did it actually yesterday. And October the 1st, that's yesterday. The UAW strike at General Motors, currently in its 3rd week, I was wrong, 3rd week, may have already cost the car maker over $1 billion. J.P. Morgan analyst Ryan Brinkman wrote in a note to clients. GM shares fell 3.7% to close at 36.11 in New York on Tuesday. Tell me this strike is not hurting GM. It's killing them. And it's just not right. And you know what, though? What's the alternative? You and I talk about that. What's the alternative? They can give in. They could give these guys what they got coming. Maybe they're asking a little too much. That's the whole idea. When you go into a negotiation, you ask for a lot, and you accept what is given. But, it's give and take. And somebody's not giving, somebody's not taking. And the strike goes on. And I was wrong. I was dead wrong about that. And I stand corrected. I told my guys this morning that I would make that announcement today on the air, and I intend to. I guessed wrong. It's been 3 weeks since that strike started. And now I have a car torn apart in my shop right now that I might not be able to get parts for until the strike is over. Because even if there's parts aren't in the depot, the Teamsters are backing up the auto workers, and they're not doing their thing. So I'm telling you, strike is going to start affecting a lot of people. I want to talk tonight real quick. No, not real quick. It's not going to take a little while. It is going to take a while. About the new safety technologies and just how they work. Only because you're going to find them on your new car real soon, if not already. There are several new cars out there that already have these, and some people are taken aback by it. They don't get it. Other times, people are buying cars, and the salesman doesn't know about it, so he doesn't bother telling them how it operates, what to look for, what to be ready for. I wrote this out this weekend, and I think it covers it all. While safety has always been the number one issue with the average driver, recently it has become quite a frustration, and frankly, a bit of a distraction as well. It is called Level 2 autonomy, and it is actually standard on most of the Asian European vehicles this year, but not on Detroit's Big Three, curiously enough. I don't know if I get that. I'm not sure why. Maybe because they're coming standard on these Asian and European vehicles. Okay. Part of the annoyance to customers is out of confusion, or simply put, lack of understanding on how these features really work. And this causes lack of appreciation. Until, of course, they're needed to save your life. Like them or not, the new safety controls are here to stay. So I'm going to go through them. I'm going to tell you about them. We're going to talk about them. We're going to figure them out. For the front of the vehicle, FCW. Everything is acronyms in the car world. You gotta know that. Forward collision warning. It will beep, buzz, or flash brake on your instrument panel if it detects an impending collision with any object, such as another car stopped or slowing, or in your lane, of course. Cameras or radar-based sensors are in the front bumper or mounted to the rearview mirror bracket. So that will sense an impending collision and warn you. It just warns you. You still have to put the brake on. You still have to do the braking. For now, PD, or pedestrian detection, is used in conjunction with FCW, forward collision warning. I hate these acronyms. And detects moving animated objects. In other words, a guy walks out in front of you, or a squirrel runs out in front of you, or a dog, or whatever. Or, your mother-in-law tries to land her broom on your hood. I don't know. I'm just telling you. It will detect that. And it will tell you, hey, stop, will you? The next one is my favorite. My favorite, by none. Because most people just don't understand it. And again, naturally, because they don't understand it, don't appreciate it. AEB. There's our good acronym for you. Automatic emergency braking. I'm sure you guessed that already. Uses sensors to detect stopped or slow-moving vehicles in front of you. This system will automatically stop the vehicle faster than the real driver can. It reacts much faster than you'll ever think about it. It reacts in nanoseconds. AEB has two subsystems. Oh, yeah. HAEB for highway or / high-speed stopping, and CAEB for the urban settings in the city. I'm telling you, and the anti-lock brake system is still in place, and you're going to get the vibrations and the hooping and hollering, and you're going to have all the dashboard lighting up. You're going to have everything but your passenger screaming at you. which I'll have. She who will be obeyed will be screaming at me to stop. But the automatic braking system, I have several people that I've talked to don't get it, and they didn't know they had it. They don't, and they'd love to turn it off and don't know how. But I tell you what, it's going to save lives. It's going to stop accidents. It's quite a great, great feature. But it takes you, the driver, out of the equation. I mean, completely out of it. When that sensor goes off, you're stopping. You could pry up on the brake pedal all you want. You can step on the gas. You're stopping. Now the problem with that is, I don't know if you remember, it was about 2 years ago when Lexus was messing around with this automatic braking system, emergency braking system. They had a certain kind of guardrail that the metal was sensitive to the automatic braking system and would actually set off the braking system. The car would start to lock up. You come around a curve, and there'd be a section of guardrail made of, I don't know what it's made of, kryptonite for all I care, and it would throw the brake pedal on. It'd slam on the brakes, which is fine unless you're doing 60 mile an hour on the expressway. The guy behind you doesn't have this fine system. It's not a bad deal. I'm telling you, it's a great step forward in automotive safety.